As of 2020, Trader Joe's gross average sales per square foot was more than double those of other major grocery store chains. And it's been ranked the highest rated grocery store for customer satisfaction. This is the economics of Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's stores are smaller and they tend to carry fewer items, and the vast majority of what they sell is private label.
So how does Trader Joe's manage to keep prices low while outcompeting traditional grocery stores by selling fewer products?
You ever bite into a $5 cheese and wonder why the $15 one tastes flat? Trader Joe's unexpected cheddar is the quiet rebel of the dairy aisle. It looks basic until it blows every premium brand out of the water. Turns out, most of us are paying triple for a label and a fancy wrapper, not flavor. Stay tuned, because this cheese might just change how you see every luxury item in your cart. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. Costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Ever tear into a fancy bakery loaf that feels like half the price went to the crust? That is where Trader Joe's sourdough sandwich bread quietly rewrites the rules.
In 1979, Trader Joe's was bought by the German discount grocery store chain Aldi Nord. And today, Trader Joe's has built its image around selling trendy, quirky, and seasonal items. When the store first opened in 1967, Trader Joe's founder Joe Coulombe emphasized stocking products that were unconventional to shoppers at the time, like Dijon mustard and granola.
It helps with fueling the experience for customers. People can go and kind of feel like they're discovering something new.
It is what happens when a brand stops worrying about selling an image and just gives you honest bread. You see the plain paper label, the simple rack placement, and you expect ordinary. Then you toast a slice, catch that warm, tangy scent, and realize this bag of bread is quietly mocking every $8 loaf in the upscale bakery case. Let's start with the illusion of artisan. Walk into a trendy grocery bakery, and the bags are covered in words like heritage grains and farm-style loaves. The counter dusted in flour, the staff wearing aprons like lab coats. It all whispers old-world craft. The price just confirms the act. This must be the good stuff. The truth is, most of those loaves are produced on the same kind of automated equipment as store brands. The difference is the story they sell. Rustic labels printed to make us feel we are buying something special. But peel back that paper and cut into one of those loaves. The crust crackles, sure, but inside, half the time you get dense, bland filler passing as heirloom dough. That is where the problem hides. Many artisan breads rely on short fermentation to keep production fast, even when they claim slow rise. The result is a loaf that looks the part and photographs well, but it lacks that sharp, balanced tang that defines real sourdough. It is more costume than craft.
Trader Joe's smaller selection can make the in-store shopping experience more efficient for customers, according to psychologist and professor Barry Schwartz. There's no loyalty program, no online shopping platform, and no deli counter. Still,
The Trader Joe's fan base is strong and they are dedicated, they are mega fans.
for example, instead of having to pick between many different brands of tomato sauce at a conventional grocery store, customers at Trader Joe's can quickly select one from its more limited options.
Trader Joe's sourdough sandwich bread does the opposite. No photo shoots, no designer typography, no fake European backstory. They rely on straightforward fermentation, the kind that builds flavor because the yeast and bacteria actually do their job. That slow development gives the bread a steady tang that is present but not harsh, and texture that holds its shape without being rubbery. The crumb feels tender yet structured, a sandwich bread with some backbone. It is made the way bread used to be before everyone decided artisan meant a thick crust and a higher price tag. Consumer taste tests have backed this up again and again. Blind panels tend to give higher marks to breads like Trader Joe's than to boutique brands charging double. People respond to the chew, the aroma, and that balanced sour flavor. They are not reacting to the bag or the font. And that tells you something about where the real value lives. Take how it performs in daily meals. Toast it lightly and the edges crisp up while the middle stays soft enough to cradle melted butter. Use it for a grilled cheese and it crisps evenly all the way across the pan without soaking up half the butter stick. Smash some avocado on top and the tart edge of the bread balances the richness so you don't need extra lemon. Turn it into French toast and it soaks up the custard just right, enough to puff inside while staying crisp outside. That is versatility born from structure and flavor, not marketing. Think of it like this. Paying extra for a bakery loaf with a rustic bag is like paying for a concert poster instead of the music. It looks great on your counter, but that's not the part you actually eat. The real performance happens in your toaster, not the packaging. Trader Joe's sourdough nails the flavor and texture that people chase in handcrafted bread, which makes the idea of an $8 loaf feel like a small joke on our wallets. The bread even wins the sensory battle. Toast a slice and the air fills with that mellow, cafe-style aroma. The kind you expect from a bakery with brick walls and espresso machines humming in the background. Yet it's coming from your kitchen, from a store-brand loaf that costs a fraction of the authentic version. That scent alone calls out how artificial the price gap really is. When a simple supermarket bread can trigger the same comfort as a cafe breakfast, the value of artisanal branding starts to crumble. The whole thing becomes a quiet grocery-level flex. You get the same flavor architecture as an artisan loaf without paying for the theater. It's a move for people who care about what goes on their plate more than what the label says. The bread has real personality, with that subtle tang and satisfying chew that make each slice taste complete on its own. That kind of unpretentious quality is rare, and it proves that luxury texture doesn't need luxury packaging. What Trader Joe's has done here isn't just about one loaf. It's about exposing a pattern. When you strip away the performative layers of premium, you often find the simple, affordable version performs better. So after that first grilled cheese or breakfast toast, you start to see it clearly. The real artisan ripoff was the idea that great bread must come with a fancy story and an inflated price. And the funny thing? Trader Joe's keeps repeating that same quiet trick throughout its shelves, with everyday products that keep embarrassing the premium brands right beside them. Quality isn't linked to a price tag. It's built into the process. Trader Joe's sourdough shows that care and time yield flavor, not inflated costs or faked heritage. That mindset runs through their products, proving real value comes from integrity, not image. So before tossing another embroidered, premium label into your cart, stop and ask whether it earns its price or just performs it. Try the simpler option and taste the difference yourself. And if this gave you a reality check, like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets.